So here it is, a physique update of the squat everyday guy. Does squat every day bring Mr. Olympia type of gains? Well, here it is. uh, I don't care much about the whole physique thing. I have goals. The attraction to the barbell, to training, for me was sparked by performance. I wanted to get strong. I wanted to get athletic. I wanted to be able to dunk. These are some of the earliest thoughts that I had. Obviously, that evolved over time. When I say I'm not interested in physique training, that is not my primary goal. I always wanted a great physique as a side effect of athletic training. And so in this video, what we will see is basically what my training has been for the last 3 months. And my training has majorly evolved over the years. I've had periods stressing many different elements, different exercises, spamming different things. For the last 3 months, I want to say I've had pretty much consistent exercises. So the clean, which has evolved into a clean and snatch, or power snatch, power clean. Been doing bench press a whole lot every other day for the last 3 months. I've had great gains there. Recently I've introduced overhead squats for the last, I want to say, a couple of weeks. Lots and lots and lots of that type of work, lots of benching. Benching has been probably at least half of my energy spent in my weekly training program. It's been very, very heavily on bench. And then obviously the cleans have also taken up a lot of my time. And I think, maybe you guys can see, I think my physique has shown the result of the last 3 months of lots of benching and lots of cleaning. I think the cleans, I've spoken about it at length, adds something to the upper body that no other lift has had in me for a long while, and that's the whole trap, shoulder girdle, stability. There's more meat around my shoulder. I feel like I have a thicker neck, thicker traps. The whole yoke thing, lots of different ideas have been kind of circulated around, at least for 5-10 years that I've watched. Is it light load for long duration? Is it really, really heavy load stretching those straps? Is it explosive? Is it time under tension? All these different ideas. And to be honest with you, after spending 3 months with learning how to clean, and no, my cleans are not perfect, far from it, in fact, my traps have been getting lit up. In fact, I don't even get DOMs anymore in my traps unless I do like 10 or 20 singles on traps with damn near maximum weight for me. That's when I feel the traps. So basically nothing over 5 repetitions has been done for the traps in terms of cleaning, whether it's snatching or power cleaning. But my traps have been tight. My neck feels thicker. Everything feels thicker, and I can see that on video. And at the end of this video, see me kind of like circling around and pretending to know what I'm doing when it comes to bodybuilding and posing. But I feel thickness. I feel thickness around the shoulder, around the neck area. That's also been exacerbated by this feeling of thick neck and thick shoulders by the overhead squat. I mean, the overhead squat, these are some things that I would have never guessed until now that I've actually done it, that these exercises, these Ollie exercises, would add mass to the traps. I always thought you needed heavy air shrugs. You needed, like back in the day, Boogs used to talk about it, like super, super freaking heavy above the knee rack pulls, like, 50, almost 100% of your freaking deadlift max you would strap onto, weld yourself to the bar, and then like just somehow leg press your way out of that rack pull and just have that weight hanging off you. And the idea there was that your traps would grow. My friends, if you want to grow your traps, get yourself 40 kilos on the freaking barbell and try and accelerate that sucker as fast as you can. I think, in my opinion, that is the best thing for traps. The reason why I'm talking about traps so much, and the reason I feel like I'm looking better than I have previously, is because I feel like if you have traps and shoulders, you look aesthetically good. Now, I would argue that a lot of my other parts of my body have been unchanged for quite some time. But when you add traps and shoulders, all of a sudden there's thickness, there's size. Even the freaking lats look bigger. I don't know why. I mean, some of you guys might not agree with me here, but I live with my body every single day. I can see the transformations. I can see the change. And for me, it looks like there's thickness there. Certainly, I feel more explosive with the bar, whether that's a technical adaptation or whether that's actual strength adaptation through the shoulder girdle, maybe a bit of column A, column B type thing. But This is the physique update after 3 months of doing this type of training, and I'll continue to do it. I've found some sort of respite with these ollie lifts, not just with the stuff that I've been telling you in the last couple of minutes, but also all of this was driven by performance-based things. This is the funniest thing about all of this. I didn't try to do this ollie lifting business because I decided to be an ollie lifter and a bodybuilder at that time as well. I was just seeking relief from elbow pain. I was plagued by elbow pain. Originally, I noticed some effects with that, and I thought, well, this is interesting. But if I go even back a step further than that, I started reintroducing jumping. I've spoken at length about jumping, just jumping for height, stationary jumps, nothing crazy there. I did that for a few weeks, and I thought, I really want to progress this. I don't want to do freaking 100 jumps, man. So I progressed it by thinking, okay, what do I do next? What's the logical next step? Let's put a barbell in my hand. Okay, how do I jump with this? Well, basically, you have to learn how to ollie lift. So I've been on the journey for the last 3 months doing that. And as a side effect of that jumping progression evolution, I kind of stumbled upon elbow pain relief. What I think I had was golfer's elbow, medial elbow pain. That kind of started going away because I was cleaning the bar, power cleaning with shitty form. My forearm starting to get lit up, my trap starting to get lit up. All of a sudden, the elbow pain goes away. Yes, I was doing other things like with the hammer stuff. All of a sudden, I'm like, damn, well, I ain't stopping this, man, because there was a point where I couldn't open a freaking drawer in the kitchen because of the elbow pain. Then I start doing this. All of a sudden, wow, okay, because the elbow pain's gone, I can really put a lot of volume into the bench press. And then the bench press PR start coming. I hit 142, 145, 147, 150, 152. This is all in the space of like, I want to say a month and a half, maybe 2 months, something like that. I started hitting all these PRs, all because there was a thought of, okay, I want to progress my jumping. Let's do some ollie lifting. Holy shit, ollie lifting is, doing lots of wonderful things for my body. And it's even allowing me to bench indirectly through this elbow pain relief. And now another side effect is, wow, I'm actually looking fuller, better. I have size in my shoulders. My neck is getting thicker. My traps are getting thicker. And yesterday I deadlifted for the first time, I want to say in a couple of months at least. And that felt strong as hell, man. I have not deadlifted for months. And before that, probably have once, and then months before that as well. So like basically 1 or 2 sessions in the last 4 or 5 months. And that's all because ollie lifting, cleaning, we are talking about some puny weights, like my best deadlift is 265 and I'm there freaking trying to snatch 40 kilos, trying to power clean 60 kilos, 70 kilos, 90 kilos, far away from the weights that I'm used to with slow lifts. All of a sudden I'm doing fast lifts and all these wonderful things are happening. The pains are going away. I'm becoming full. I'm becoming more aesthetic, all because I've originated from a thought of performance. How do I get rid of pain so I can perform? And to me, this is what I think about. I don't want to bash on anyone else's goals, but I feel like when there is aesthetics as a side result, side effect of performance training, chasing performance, I think that is a beautiful thing. That makes an athletic man. That makes athleticism. Because we can all agree, like when you see some of these NBA dudes, around the NBA, when you see the NFL guys, these guys are not training for aesthetics. They're training to be athletes. But they're aesthetic as hell because they're so jacked and they can sprint, they can bench, they can jump, they can do all these things, they can take a hit. All these wonderful things based on performance. And because they're so good at some of these movement patterns that they're doing, they're also looking aesthetic because you can't have, a clean and jerk of 180 kilos and all look like if you freaking lift. It's just not going to be possible. And some of these guys in NFL, in the NBA, maybe less so with the barbell work, but they're looking freaking jacked, man. Some of these boys look very impressive. Nobody can tell me that Dwight Howard back in the day didn't look impressive. Nobody can tell me that some of these boys in NFL, that they look really good. And to me, that is what I see in training. I want to aim for performance, and they get aesthetics as a side effect. I don't want to be fat. I don't want to be a fat slob type of thing. But my belief has always been, I want to be able to squat an immense amount of weight. I want to be able to deadlift immense amount of weight, clean a lot of weight, bench a lot of weight, overhead press a lot of weight, and then keep my body fat percentage in check I think that is the way to go about it, at least for me. Bodybuilders can bodybuild as much as they want. That's a completely different thing, and that's also okay. But my perspective is chase performance and enjoy aesthetics as a side result. Like always, guys, I appreciate you, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.